The gun deuce close RPO read flat wheel 0-1 trap and random bench play meta is a very annoying one to face.
And now, you and I are limousine ride, jet flying, can stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
However, it's very simple to stop. After the intro, I'm going to show you guys how to lock it down with one simple defensive setup. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Sam from the Sam Madden YouTube channel, and the gun deuce close RPO read flat wheel 0-1 trap bench meta is definitely annoying. I will not lie to you about that. However, when I face it, I salivate because I know for a fact that the game is going to be a short one, because if that's all you've got, we can stop it with one defensive setup. So for this video to work, I would strongly urge you guys run into the nickel over or the big nickel over G. If you missed last week's video, we did a video with a thumbnail that is entitled All You Need, where we talk about why these two formations are the best formations for coverage in Madden 23. We're gonna stay in the big nickel over G here today. Let's start off first and foremost with the 0-1 trap. Now, it's no secret that the 0-1 trap is the #1 most spammed meta run in the game. And the reason for that is that it does a good job of beating dollar, and it does a good job of beating 4 down lineman defenses. Now, the thing that players don't talk about is that if you are in a 4 down lineman defense, we are going to crash up and we are just going to stand right here behind the defensive tackle. I have done trap defense in so many YouTube videos this year. Never really the focus of the video, but it's always something I mention because everyone's like, what about the trap? Well, of course, this formation does rely heavily on a trap. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand right here, and when the ball is snapped, you're just going to run straight down through this gap and make this tackle. If they decide to flip their running back, all you have to do is flip with them. So at this point, if you don't want to flip the formation, you don't have to. You're just going to click onto the other user, and then when they snap the football, you're running through and making the same tackle with the other player. This is really, really simple. Now, for the purpose of the rest of this particular defense, we're going to focus on coverage-oriented stuff and why the nickel corner sometimes run commits. So for that, if you're worried about that, you will flip with your opponent. So keep that in the back of your mind. Let's now get into part 2, where we talk about the RPO read flat wheel. Now, this play right here was the focus of the MCS, the Madden Championship Series, early on in the season. And the reason for that is a lot of pro players wanted to run man press, they wanted to blitz everybody, and they hated that their nickel corner was run committing. And the MCS banned it because they claimed it was broken. I would argue that was a poor decision, but that's another topic. Let's talk about exactly what you guys need to do within my defense, the big nickel over G, to counteract this. Now, with this particular defense, what we're going to do is we are actually going to keep the nickel corner to the running back side. So with this particular play here, you see that the nickel corner is on the right. We're still going to line up our user to gap shoot in the event that they are going to run the 0-1 trap. But the thing that I want to share with you is that if you leave in the Tampa 2, which is the defense I run most, if you leave this particular player in the vert hook, he will chase the running back, which is a problem because now you're going to be looking at a wide open ball in the flat. You could throw the wheel. There's a lot of times where that dude ends up chasing, and you don't want that to occur. So if you get those animations where sometimes they end up, bailing out and, going after the running back, that could end up being bad because you see that he kind of does that. Now, the good thing is because we have a flat, they can't throw the wheel. It's just the quick throw to the tight end that's kind of that flat under route. Most players don't tend to throw it anyways, so you can be okay with this if you just kind of call cover 2. But if that nickel corner is run committing, the left tight end underneath is going to be kind of annoying. So that's where I'm going to take this to another level, because we're going to make some coverage adjustments to this. So believe it or not, the only time this player is going to run commit is if he's in an underneath zone or if he is in man-to-man coverage. So one of the things about this defense that we talked about last week here on the channel is that this is a 3 safety rule defense, with the nickel corner being a safety, hence the name big nickel. The big is a safety. So with this particular defense, we're actually going to drop him into our middle third, and then we can fan out our safeties otherwise. So this is going to allow us now to play a defense that kind of looks like this. We're still going to stay over here on the left side to gap shoot and respect that 0-1 trap. And now if they decide to run this, what you're going to see is that nobody will run commit. And if they go to throw these little post routes right away, that's going to be something that should be intercepted the vast majority of the time. I know that they caught him there. Jimmy's probably going to do the EA Sports, it's in the game thing.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
If he doesn't, I would be shocked.
Game.
But
Game.
again, they can't live on this throw. So again, if we set this up, you could go ahead and kind of put this guy into the middle third, and he's going to drop really well into that area. Again, if they want to get into the habit, which a lot of players will, of hike and then throw right away, this is going to be intercepted nearly every single time. So they can't throw that. They can't throw underneath in the flat to the wheel. They're pretty much dead if they want to throw anything. Now, the cool thing about this, and I wanted to save this for the last part of this, is that our gap shoot on this play actually applies into this as well. So there's going to be a giant lane that opens up, and you can fly through and make this sack. So if they don't throw the ball right away, they're dead. And the other thing is that the defensive end is unblocked too. So if you don't make that tackle, the defensive end will. Now you tell me what's open. You tell me what's open on this play. Nothing. You can't throw the quick wheel. You can't live on that post. Maybe they throw quick on the in route to the left if they've got a good eye. But again, most players are looking to the wheel route. They want to throw that right away against a run commit. So with that being kind of guarded, I would say 99% of players that run this are not going to throw the ball to X. And if B is getting open, you just kind of change how you're going to drop it. So again, with this, what we would end up doing is going into something that looks like this, and then still kind of flying through this gap. So again, snap the ball, you fly through, sack happens, B is covered, the flat is covered. The backside in is not going to be something that they have time to throw. So for all intents and purposes, you got the 0-1 trap and you've got the RPO read flat wheel, both shut down with the same gap shoot and a little bit of a coverage adjustment. Now, obviously some players will decide at the last second, okay, I want to be cheeky and I want to flip. You guys at this point in time will have to flip your defense with them. And obviously you will want to go through the adjustments once again of just kind of, having this. And then you're going to go ahead and still manually rush through this gap. So again, that's going to open up. You see nothing's really open. And by this point in time, if they haven't been sacked, for what it's worth, the offensive line is too far downfield, so it's a penalty. So again, that's the whole RPO, run pass option. The offensive line's run blocking. So if they hold onto the ball too long and then you throw it, the offensive linemen are considered illegally downfield. So it's going to be a penalty, a loss of down. Your opponent's probably not going to call it again either way because you figured out how to cover it and gap shoot it. And that leaves nothing more than corner spam, right? So who doesn't run an offense that has corners in it? And the truth is 2x2 tight is probably the best corner route meta in the game. I mean, tight offset, you've got a number of different formations in the game that people throw corners out of. At the end of the day, the big nickel over G is well equipped against that. So whether they're running stock bench or they're running a street corner combo, we are still, with our defensive setup that we're using against the RPO read flat wheel, equipped to stop either of that. So if they want to throw the out route out of bench, we have a flat on the left. You could make it a hard flat if you wanted to, if you have enough time. If they want to throw the corner, we've got an outside third on this. So they want to drop back and throw and look for that corner route to X. They're going to be gravely mistaken when that's covered and or picked. So that can't be thrown. Well, what about street corner? Obviously, we know street corner is one of the best zone beaters in the game, right? Well, the truth is here on that you're probably going to be just fine with this because once again, with this particular combo, you're going to be back here. If they want to throw to X, like you still see, like we've got that covered. That outside third bites back to that side. You've got a middle third dropping down the seam. You're going to be in good shape. So once again, most players are not coming at you with street corner combo out of this. They're coming at you with RPO read flat wheel and 0-1 trap, trying to get glitchy with the RPO style stuff. And if you can run this one setup, you're going to be able to take it all away from them, have them turning the ball over on downs quickly, probably getting out of that game with a W in the first half. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that way you guys are notified of all the uploads here on the channel. If you guys want more, head over to gridirongameplans.gg or keep poking around the YouTube channel if you want to keep the absolutely free content. And make sure you guys check me out on twitch.tv. I stream in the afternoons, Monday through Friday. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on Monday. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.